Mesut Ozil retires. Looking back at the German maestro's career, the retirement of Mesut Ozil marks the loss of one of football's most talented players. Born in Gelsenkirchen in 1988 and of Turkish descent, Ozil will be remembered for his success at Real Madrid, Arsenal, and his breakout World Cup in 2010. His time on the field moved and inspired fans, particularly at the Bernabeu and in German colors, where he helped the team lift the famous cup 4 years after his tournament debut. Join us as we take a look through Ozil's journey from Werder Bremen to Arsenal and his best moments along the way. Mesut Ozil was a top quality assister, known for his vision and wand of a left foot. But today, we need your help. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for everything football. World Cup 2010. Prior to Ozil's emergence, Germany had a predictable and functional group that checked all the boxes of their stereotypical footballing style: direct, strong midfielders, and ruthless forwards. However, in 2009, an exception arrived who was the opposite of everything Die Mannschaft had embraced over the years. This player operated with elegance and guile, which was rarely seen in the German players before. He was a trailblazer, and he knew it. The midfielder was quoted as saying, "My technique and feeling for the ball is the Turkish side to my game. The discipline, attitude, and always give your all is the German part." Although Mesut Ozil wasn't widely known until the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, he was already regarded as one of Germany's most promising talents after an impressive season with Werder Bremen, during which he provided 15 assists and scored 3 goals in the Bundesliga. His €5 million transfer from Schalke in January 2008 was contentious, as he turned down their contract offers, which didn't sit well with the club's higher-ups. Nevertheless, it was the right decision. Ozil was an anomaly in Löw's 23-man squad on paper. The German team was filled with dependable and efficient players such as Podolski, Müller, and Klose. But Ozil represented something unique: creativity. Löw typically employed a 4-2-3-1 formation with 2 defensive midfielders behind Ozil. This allowed him the liberty to move freely across the pitch, dropping deep to connect the team's attacks and utilizing his sharp movement and foresight to pierce through defensive line. As the world watched on, Germany's meeting with Australia in their first group game seemed predetermined. However, the performance of a 21-year-old at the heart of Die Mannschaft's attacks caught the attention of onlookers. Ozil was marvelous and inspired Germany to a comfortable 4-0 win. He engineered the opening goal with an incisive throw ball and later broke the defensive lines with a perfectly executed pass to the onrushing Podolski. Klose spurned the chance, but Ozil's virtuosity received the most acclaim. Although Ozil hadn't scored or assisted any of Germany's first 3 goals, he eventually got involved by providing a low pass for Kaká to score the 4th. Ozil's clever movement and timing helped him to stay onside before passing to his teammate to compound Australia's misery. Despite a near-complete performance, Ozil missed a chance with a chipped effort and received a booking for diving in the Australian penalty area. Ozil couldn't replicate his impressive display in the defeat to Serbia, but he had a chance to shine in Germany's must-win match against Ghana. Although his performance was not flawless, he scored the decisive goal with an excellent finish. Müller found him on the edge of the box, and Ozil's first touch created space before he smashed the ball home with his left foot. It was a goal of a German efficiency rather than Ozil's usual grace. During the round of 16 match against England, Ozil showcased his skills as Germany dominated the game. He effortlessly left Gareth Barry behind, sprinted down the wing, and passed to Müller, who scored. Ozil provided another assist in the quarterfinals against Argentina as he crossed the ball to Klose for the final goal in a 4-0 victory. Ozil's 3 assists in South Africa were all executed in a similar fashion. He located space in the left channel, timed his run impeccably, and then presented an easy finish for his teammates. By making simplicity fashionable, he transformed Germany's attacking potential and established himself as a one-of-a-kind talent. However, despite the contributions of the Werder Bremen midfielder, Löw's team fell short of the final, losing 1-0 in the semifinals to Spain due to Carles Puyol's goal. It was a devastating loss for Ozil, who finished in the top 10 for the Golden Ball award. Nonetheless, it was Spain that his career path would take him to next, which was somewhat poetic. Many teams were interested in his quick decision-making and precise passes, especially during counterattacks. Among them was Jose Mourinho, who saw him as the ideal playmaker for his revamped Real Madrid team, aiming to dethrone Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Memorable moments at Real Madrid. After his standout performance at the 2010 World Cup, Mesut Ozil was signed by Real Madrid for around €20 million, beating out Manchester United, Barcelona, and Arsenal. According to reports, Wayne Rooney had even begged Sir Alex Ferguson to bring Ozil to Old Trafford. Ozil's time at Real Madrid cemented his place as one of the greatest playmakers of all time, with him being the top assist provider in La Liga for every season he played there. By the time he left Madrid, he had provided 80 assists, more than any other player in Europe during the same period. Ozil took over the number 23 shirt, previously worn by Guti and David Beckman, and made his first start in the 1-0 victory against Osasuna. He immediately settled into his preferred number 10 role behind Gonzalo Higuain, flanked by Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema. He quickly made an impact by registering his first assist in the next game, setting up Angel Di Maria's goal against Real Sociedad. In the following weeks, he contributed to 6 goals in just 3 games, solidifying his position as an essential player for Madrid's attacking prowess. In addition, Ozil provided assistance in the additional 2 Champions League matches for the team and netted a goal in his third game versus AC Milan. He concluded the group stage with 5 goal involvements in 5 matches, helping Real clinch the top spot. During this phase, he also delivered one of his most exceptional assists against Ajax, with a flying backheel that put the ball on the plate for Benzema to finish. During the 2011-2012 season, Ozil maintained his form from the previous season and ended up with 35 goal contributions in 52 games, solidifying his position as one of the world's best midfielders. This season saw Ozil finally win a title, as Real Madrid played some of the best counter-attacking football in Europe and finished on 100 points, 9 ahead of Barcelona. Ozil played a pivotal role in this victory, particularly during the match against Barcelona at the Camp Nou in April, where a win would go a long way towards securing La Liga. After Alex Sanchez cancelled out Sami Khedira's opener, Ozil received the ball on the right wing and played a perfectly weighted throw ball over 40 yards to find Ronaldo in a space between the Barcelona defense. Ronaldo calmly slotted in the goal, securing the victory that essentially won Real Madrid the title. Ozil quickly became a fan favorite at Madrid, no easy task. Despite the difficulty of winning over Madridistas, Ozil was not only accepted but adored. In his final season, he finished as the top assister in Europe for the 3rd season in a row. Although Madrid had a disappointing season overall, Ozil, at just 23 years of age, had already established himself as one of the best players in the world. His departure from Madrid was shocking and disappointing to fans and players alike, as he left following the arrival of Gareth Bale. While he may not be remembered in the same way as a club legend like Ronaldo, Raul, Figo, or Benzema due to his relatively short time at the club, his impressive stats, memorable moments, and lasting impact make him a cult hero for one of the world's biggest clubs. Memorable moments at Arsenal. Ozil's effectiveness on the pitch was due to his skills as a true number 10, with his perfect touch, gliding peripheral vision, and titanium-tipped left foot. However, he was ineffective without the ball and became exhausted and pale. The changing landscape of football, with a more physical and hard-pressing style, rendered him less effective. Martin Odegaard, Arsenal's current number 10, possesses similar dexterity and vision, but with added veracity and hard work. Ozil's focus on beauty, angles, and ball movement set him apart. Despite arguments and objections, what remains at the memories of Ozil's moments of indelible beauty on the field? Think back to Mesut Ozil's performance against Leicester City on October 22, 2018, for example. He was instrumental in helping Unai Emery's Arsenal team overcome a 1-goal deficit and secure a 3-1 win against Emirates Stadium. Ozil scored a stunning equalizer just before a halftime and dominated the second half with his exceptional vision and technique. His movement and assist in the build-up to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's goal illuminated the stadium and epitomized his masterful performance. Or think back to his wonder goal against Ludogorets, where in the final minute of the challenging Champions League game, with the score tied at 2-2, Ozil found himself in a position to score. Instead of rushing towards the keeper to take a shot, he demonstrated his exceptional skill by lifting the ball over the keeper, regaining control, and using feints to deceive the defender and leave 2 more players on the ground before elegantly placing the ball in the net. This goal was a display of Ozil's extraordinary vision, technique, and artistry that left onlookers in awe. It may seem strange now, but few footballers in the past decade have been as controversial as this player, and none have embodied the decline of an era so completely. Throughout most of his time at Arsenal, there were constant complaints and protests surrounding Ozil, who served as a mournful reminder of the end of the Wenger era. The voices of frustrated, disillusioned, and isolated middle aged men who expressed their deepest and most irrational fears through their opinions on a series of disappointing results could be heard in the protests. To be fair, many of these grievances were justified based on the statistics. For example, in the 2019-2020 season, the team averaged more points, 1.3 to 1.6, and averaged less goals against 1.3 to 1.2 when he was not starting. Ozil's Arsenal career is often divided into three periods, which were all disappointing in their own way. However, focusing solely on this misses the point of his contribution to the team. It is unfair to judge him too harshly as someone who is deliberately holding back his potential and refusing to apply his talent to achieve success. This is a temptation that should be avoided, as he also brought success and achievements to Arsenal. Despite what some people may think, he actually put in a lot of effort and ran more than many gave him credit for. And when he was on form, he produced moments of brilliance that few could match, such as his stunning reverse pass against Paris Saint-Germain in 2018, or his dominant display against Chelsea in 2016. These were performances that could inspire a team to push for a title, even if, unfortunately for Arsenal fans, it didn't happen with him and the team. So, despite the frustrations, it's worth acknowledging the positives. Leaving Arsenal. Mesut Ozil finally departed Arsenal amid controversy due to a fallout with current Gunners coach Mikel Arteta. Despite earning £350,000 a week at Emirates Stadium, Ozil did not adhere to Arteta's non-negotiables and was left out of the Premier League and the Europa League squads for the entire 2020-2021 season. During his final season, Ozil accused the club of disloyalty after he offered to pay the wages of the team's mascot, who was let go during the pandemic. Additionally, Ozil's accusations towards China's treatments of the Uyghur Muslims caused Arsenal to distance themselves from the midfielder in 2019. He subsequently left to join Fenerbahce in 2021. However, his time in Turkey didn't go well, as he was left out of the first team squad just 14 months later. The following year, the German playmaker joined Istanbul Başakşehir. However, he only mustered 189 minutes across all competitions due to injury and subsequently announced his retirement in 2023. Ozil had an illustrious career. As a youth, he was told that he was too small to go professional. However, he managed to lift the World Cup with Germany and the Champions League with Real Madrid. Unfortunately, he was not able to consistently replicate the formula at Arsenal, where he was seen as a burden by fans and surplus to requirements by Arteta. Once he left for Turkey, nothing was ever the same for the playmaker midfielder. Still, what Ozil will be remembered for will be those sparkles of brilliance. He was unplayable on his day. Some even say that an in-form Ozil is better than an in-form Kevin De Bruyne. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell to enjoy more footballing content.